Starting with the very first point of this episode, we are going to show you the most lethal weapons ever made by India. Indian weapons are renowned throughout history for their excellence, efficiency, and lethality. They have been utilized not just by the military but also by adventurers, kings, and queens. We will discuss about all these weapons in detail further in this episode. But before that, if you really want to know more about weapons, then do subscribe to our channel. Now, let's start with the first point of this episode. Point 1. BIM, bow and arrow. This weapon doesn't need any introduction because it is so popular among you all. The bow and arrow was one of the oldest weapons used by warriors in ancient times. This deadly weapon can be traced back to the Paleolithic period when humans first began hunting animals for food. The bow and arrow played a significant role in warfare until the 20th century when modern firearms became more prevalent. The BIM bow is one of the strongest bows in the world and has a tensile strength of 240 pounds per square inch. It is made from the wood of the banyan tree and is used by the Bhil tribe in India. The arrows fired from the BIM bow are incredibly fast and can reach speeds of up to 200 miles per hour. These arrows are typically tipped with a sharp metal point and can penetrate multiple layers of clothing and armor. The BIM bow and arrow were used by Indian warriors for hunting and warfare for centuries. The bow's power and accuracy made it a popular choice among hunters and soldiers alike. Today, the BIM bow is still used by some tribes in India for hunting purposes, but it is also gaining popularity among archers and hunters around the world. Its unique construction and impressive range make it a formidable weapon and a prized possession for any archer. Point 2. Chakravyuh. When we hear about Chakravyuh, the first thing that comes to our mind is the Hindu epic Mahabharata. Chakravyuh is best described as an impenetrable defense formation or battle formation in which the soldiers are arranged in concentric circles like the spokes of a wheel. It consists of 7 concentric rings of soldiers, each with its own unique role and function. According to ancient texts, the Chakravaka could only be penetrated by a skilled and courageous warrior who understood the principles of strategy and tactics. The outermost ring of the Chakravaka consists of scouts and intelligence gatherers, who would relay information about the enemy's movements and strength to the inner rings. The next ring is made up of foot soldiers who form a solid wall of defense, blocking the enemy's path and preventing them from advancing. The third ring consists of cavalry soldiers who are responsible for flanking the enemy and preventing them from escaping. The fourth ring is composed of archers and slingers who bombard the enemy with arrows and stones from a safe distance. The fifth ring is where the heavy infantry is positioned, armed with spears and swords. They are the shock troops of the Chakravaka, tasked with breaking through the enemy's lines and engaging in hand-to-hand combat. The sixth ring consists of elite soldiers who are the leaders of the various units within the Chakravaka. They provide guidance and support to the other soldiers and make critical decisions in the heat of battle. The innermost ring is where the king or commander-in-chief resides. He is the ultimate authority and is responsible for the overall success of the formation. Throughout history, the Chakravyuh has been used by various armies across the globe, including the ancient Greeks, Romans, and Chinese. However, it was in India where the Chakravyuh reached its greatest sophistication. Indian military treatises such as the Arthashastra and the Chitrasena taught the art of forming and utilizing the Chakravyuh in warfare. The efficacy of this battle formation lay in its ability to adapt to different terrains and enemy formations, making it a versatile tool for any military strategist. In modern times, the principles of the Chakravyuh are still relevant and are often used in team sports and business strategy. The concept of concentric circles and the importance of coordination and communication remain essential for success in any competitive endeavor. Moving on with the episode at 3, we have Khadga. As discussed earlier, Indian weapons have always been appreciated for their design, precision, utility, and lethality. Khadga, which literally means sword in Sanskrit, represents the pinnacle of sword craftsmanship in India. The Khadga is a traditional Indian sword that has been used for centuries in both warfare and self-defense. It is characterized by its long, slender blade and its distinctive crossguard, which is shaped like the head of a mythical creature such as a lion or an elephant. The khadga is typically made from high-carbon steel and is often decorated with intricate patterns and designs, making it a work of art as well as a deadly weapon. The sword was primarily used by kshatriyas, the warrior class in ancient India. It was considered a symbol of power, courage, and honor, and was often passed down as a family heirloom. In ancient texts, the khadga is often mentioned as a weapon of choice for righteous warriors who fought to protect the weak and uphold justice. The khadga was also used in martial arts and sword fighting techniques. Indian sword fighting styles emphasize agility, speed, and precision, and practitioners were trained to use the sword in a variety of ways, including thrusting, slashing, and stabbing. These techniques were not only designed to be lethal, but also to defend against attacks and disarm opponents. The khadga remained popular in India until the arrival of the British Empire in the 18th century. The British banned the use of swords in warfare, and the khadga fell out of favor as a result. However, the tradition of sword-making continued, and the khadga is still revered as a symbol of Indian culture and heritage. Today, the khadga is primarily used in ceremonial and decorative purposes. It is often displayed in museums and private collections and is a popular tourist souvenir. Some sword-fighting clubs and martial arts schools also practice traditional Indian sword fighting with the khadga. The khadga is not just a weapon, but a cultural icon that represents the rich history and heritage of India. Its design, craftsmanship, and fighting style are a testament to the skill and ingenuity of Indian artisans and warriors. At number 4, we have Astra. India has a rich history of developing and utilizing various types of astras, which were sophisticated weapons of war that played a significant role in ancient Indian warfare. The word astra in Sanskrit refers to any kind of weapon, including bows, arrows, swords, and shields. However, in the context of ancient Indian warfare, astras are typically associated with projectile weapons such as javelins, spears, and missiles. Ancient Indian texts, such as the Arthashastra and the Mahabharata, describe a wide range of astras that were used in warfare. Some of the most notable examples include the Agneastra, a fiery projectile weapon that could set enemy soldiers and their fortifications ablaze; the Vajra, a thunderbolt-like weapon that could stun and immobilize opponents; and the Pasupada, a powerful missile that could destroy entire armies. Ancient Indian warriors were highly skilled in the use of astras, and they were trained to use them with precision and accuracy. The use of astras in warfare was not only about brute force and destruction, but also about strategy and tactics. Warriors would use astras in combination with other weapons and battle formations to outmaneuver and defeat their opponents. The development and use of astras in ancient India can be attributed to several factors. The ancient Indians were skilled engineers and metallurgists, and they were able to develop advanced weapons using materials such as bronze, iron, and steel. Additionally, the ancient Indian texts contain detailed descriptions of the various astras and their uses, indicating a sophisticated understanding of military technology and strategy. Today, the legacy of the astras lives on in Indian culture and mythology. While these ancient weapons may no longer be used in warfare, they continue to be revered as symbols of power, courage, and skill. Finally, at No. 5 we have Trishul. Trishul is an ancient Indian weapon that has been used for centuries in warfare and religious ceremonies. It is a three-pronged spear that consists of a long wooden shaft with 3 sharp metal points protruding from one end. Each prong is typically about 6 inches long and is sharpened to a fine point, making it deadly at close range. The Trishul was primarily used as a throwing weapon, but it could also be used as a spear or a staff weapon. In ancient texts, such as the Mahabharata, the Trishul is described as a powerful weapon that can pierce through armor and even break through mountains. The Trishul was primarily used by the Devas or gods in ancient Indian mythology. It was considered a symbol of power and authority and was often used to vanquish evil and restore order. The Trishul was also used by ascetics and yogis as a tool for meditation and self-realization. The 3 prongs of the Trishul represent the 3 gunas or qualities of nature, namely sattva or goodness, rajas or passion, and tamas or darkness. By meditating on the Trishul, practitioners could seek to attain a state of enlightenment by balancing these 3 gunas within themselves. Today, the Trishul continues to be used in religious ceremonies and rituals in Hinduism and other Indian religions. It is often carried by priests and ascetics and is used to mark sacred spaces and to drive away evil spirits. The Trishul is also used in some forms of martial arts and self-defense training, particularly in Kerala and other southern states of India. Practitioners of traditional Indian martial arts use the Trishul as a weapon to develop their skills in throwing, stabbing, and blocking. Overall, the Trishul is a powerful and versatile weapon that has played a significant role in Indian culture and history. Its three-pronged design and association with gods and ascetics make it a unique and fascinating part of India's rich mythological and martial traditions. So friends, these are the top 5 lethal weapons ever crafted in India. If you like this information, then do subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.